Hello there, Lake County Library. This is Christy Lewis from the Lakeport branch, and today we're going to be talking about 22 free resources that the Lake County Library is providing to you, teenagers, and students to make your life a lot bit easier. All you need is a Lake County Library card, which you can get for free from the Lake County Library branch closest to you or from our website. There are timestamps down below if you want to navigate to the resource of your choice. But without further ado, let's jump into this website tour. So we're starting out on a search engine website because I want to show you how to find the website if you've never been there before. It's really easy. Just type Lake County CA Library, and I have it showed up there for me because I use it so frequently. That CA is really important because we're not the only Lake County in the US. Okay, here's our website, County of Lake. ca.gov, and here we are on the library page of the county website. So the first thing I want to show you guys is the search feature. This is really cool. If you've watched previous videos on the channel introducing library resources, I always start off with this one, but I will make sure to include a couple things that are really neat for teenagers and students. So let's check it out. So here's the online catalog, and I wanted to show you that we actually have video games available. So Xbox Series X, we have Assassin's Creed, Dragon's Dogma 2. It's a brand new game from 2024 being processed. We've got Street Fighter, the PGA Tour game from 2023. So as you can see, we have lots of really cool options if you're an Xbox fan or other game system fan. We have quite a lot of PS5 games on order. Arc Runner, Stellar Blade. You can see they're all on order, which means they're really new. So if you're a gamer, we got you covered. All free. I also want to let you know that if you are a gamer, I'm just going to click right up here on the Lake County Library logo, and it'll bring us back to the page we were just on. If you are a gamer, or even if you're not, we have a lot of really cool events always happening at all 4 of the library branches. And if you're a gamer, I just wanted to mention that there are Nintendo Switch clubs where you can come and play with friends who might not have a Switch. There's a Switch club in Clear Lake, for example, and there's a Gamers Craft Club in Middletown. They made these really cool figurines a couple weeks ago. There's a Dungeons and Dragons club as well in Clear Lake. There's also going to be a Dungeons and Dragons workshop starting up in Lakeport. We also have the Teen Summer Reading Program coming up very soon, so keep your eye on the website if you're interested in winning prizes for the reading that you do over the summer. Okay, we're heading back to the search now because I want to show you how to search for a book and order it. So first of all, say you've heard This Summer I Turned Pretty was a really good book, so you want to see if it's available here. And lo and behold, we have the physical copy of the book, which you can order. And they also have the e-audiobook, which you can just download to your phone for free. See, this is a Libby audiobook, which we'll be talking about Libby very soon here. They also have the ebook. So the difference between an e-audiobook and an ebook is that an e-audiobook you can listen to, whereas an ebook you actually read physically with your eyes, but you can read it on your phone or your Kindle or your tablet or your laptop or whatever. So the audiobook is also available on Hoopla, which means instant checkout. So we'll also talk about Hoopla a little bit later. And right here we have the format called Playaway, which is like an MP3 player that you just have to provide a battery for. And it's really convenient. You can just plug your headphones into it, or you can plug it into the car. And then when you're done, you just return it to the library. So as you can see, we also have the Spanish edition. And I also wanted to show you guys, I'm just going to back up to the main page of the catalog again. I wanted to show you that down here, you can also see what's new for young adults all throughout the system. So this system, it says Lake County Library up in the corner, but it also includes Sonoma and Mendocino counties. So if there's a book that our 4 Lake County Library branches don't have, they will find books for you in Santa Rosa and Ukiah, etc. So let's see what's new for young adults. Tommysaurus Rex, Kolchak. YG is graphic novels. So we have some graphic novels and manga available. But say you actually want a novel, if you just come over here to the left, you can see up here all of these, what are called search limits. Under novels, it looks like we have a new book by Anthony Horowitz, Great Action Adventure, Diary of a Confused Feminist, and A Fragile Enchantment, which is romantasy, which is a romantic fantasy. I'm going to X this out and show you, you can also find DVDs on here. So if there's a movie or TV show that you wanted to see, but you can't afford streaming or you can't afford to go to the movies, you can usually find the DVDs through the Lake County Library as well. That's how I watched a lot of TV in my life, for free. Now let's say you don't care if it's new. You really just want something that's specifically geared towards you, whether it's new or not. Say you just read a book recently and you're just wanting more books like that. Novelist is the resource for you. So right down here you can see discover books with Novelist Plus. A lot of times also, if you type in, let's look at The Summer I Turned Pretty again. Say you've already read The Summer I Turned Pretty and you're wanting something similar. If you just come over here to recommendations by Novelist, Novelist will recommend different books for you. So it recommends obviously the next books in the series, and it has the series information for you. So you see, oh, it's not Summer Without You, and we'll always have Summer our next. But then down here it says similar titles. The Summer of Broken Rules, Some Other Now, 20 Boy Summer, etc. And similar authors, similar series. And this is really cool. You can pick the genre. You can say, oh, I want books that have been made into TV shows or movies. And then you can say, oh, I want realistic fiction. And I want a romantic book. And let's see what it gives us. Sister of the Traveling Pants, The Princess Bride, Beautiful Creatures, Princess Diaries, etc. So the Story Finder feature is really cool on our actual website through Novelist. But if you actually want to go to the Novelist website, there's even more available on the website. So let's go ahead and do that. Novelist can help you find your next great read. You can find series information, professional reviews, which you can also find on the library catalog, top 10 and best of lists, award winners of all types, and read-alike recommendations crafted by experts who explain why the recommendation makes sense. And what's really cool about Novelist is it makes it really easy to mood read and just find something that you had never even heard of. Maybe it's new, maybe it's not. So you can see here, it's just starting off with adult, but if you say teen, it'll show you some teen books, and you can decide, do I want intricately plotted and complex characters, world building and atmospheric, thoughtful and emotionally intense, moving and character driven. So say you're really wanting a thriller and you're looking at Out of Body and thinking, that's the one for me. Click on it. It has the read-alikes over here. Right here, you can just click check the catalog for availability, and there we go. You can just borrow it right here, and you can send it to the library branch of your choice for free, and we will notify you either by text or by email when the book arrives for you at the branch that you have chosen. Or say you really liked murder trending. So we're gonna go #murder trending, and then you can see the read-alikes over here while you're waiting for your hold on Out of Body to come in. You can also search for more by refining your search. And this is very similar to what we saw on the catalog, but you can see all of the options, which is great. Now, say you've got Out of Body on hold, but you're really wanting something that you can read right now, or something that's a little easier to access, maybe on your phone, instead of having to go in and pick up a book. Libby's gonna be a great option for you homebodies out there. So I'm just gonna X this out, and we're gonna go back to the library website where they have a tab called Digital Content, and that's where we're gonna find Libby. Here it is right here under eBooks and audiobooks. So you can read Libby books in the Libby app on whatever device you're using, your phone or whatever, or you can send them to the Kindle app or to your Kindle. And there's some other cool stuff on the Libby website, like they have a teen collection. So if we go under collections, you can see teens up here. You can also see by genre, by language. Let's just tap teens and see what's here. So if we're looking under the teen selection and we go to collections, you can see college bound reads. So books for people who are thinking they're going to go to college, or some great audiobooks for high schoolers, books that are available right now that you don't have to wait in line for, manga and graphic novels. Now, say back on the main page, you're reading The Grapes of Wrath for school, and you really want to listen to an audiobook as you read it to help you stay focused. It's called immersion reading. Here it is. And there you go. He just plays a hold on it. But say you really need that audiobook right now. Well, there's another option out there for everyone who likes to read on their phone or their tablet, and that is Hoopla Digital. So I'm just gonna back up to the library website page again, and we're gonna look just below the Libby website to Hoopla Digital. Hoopla has no lines, so instant borrows. It's got classics, it's got graphic novels and manga and comics. It's got slightly more unusual stuff that you wouldn't find on Libby. It's got backlist titles, it's got television, all for free with no ads. So you're reading The Great Gatsby for school and you really need it right now. Guess what? Hoopla's got you covered. They've got the audiobook right there for you. Or maybe you're more interested in browsing some comics. They've got Batman and superhero stuff. They've got romances. They've got manga versions of books, including classics. Or say you just really want to binge some TV. Go to television. They've got a discovery of witches. They have some lighter mystery type shows. They've got anime with no ads, BBC, docuseries, all kinds of stuff. But say you really want to binge some really educational stuff or foreign language films, or even animation, classic cinema, really anything. There's another resource that you guys need to know about, and that is Kanopy. So we're gonna back up to the website again and check it out. So as you can see, Kanopy has lots of different options. They have sign language stories. They've got new releases. They've got book to movie adaptations. They've got documentaries. And like I said, they have lots of foreign films. They have collections to show you what is being most watched right now on Kanopy. Oscar winners, documentaries, all kinds of stuff, as you can see. Now, all of this is great stuff, but say what you really want is Minecraft World magazines and you just can't afford it, or you want to look up Taylor Swift's skincare routine in a certain magazine, or you've heard that National Geographic has great nature articles. You're in luck. Libby also has magazines, so let's head over there. Here it is, Libby Magazines, and here we go. So these include adult magazines. If you want to limit it to your age group, you might want to head down here to the kids and teens, and there we have it. Tay to Z, Minecraft World, It Girl, almost anything that you're looking for, they have it here. Okay, now we're gonna head back because maybe you need some news sources for your current events or history or government classes. We've got you covered there too, under the magazines and news column over here. You can get the New York Times for free. I do this all the time on my phone. It'll give you a code that gives you access to the website or the app for 3 days. And here it is, all the news, so you can stay informed or write an essay for school on something that you really care about. Okay, we're gonna back up one more time because there's some more news websites that are available to you through the Lake County Library for free with really, truly good reporting, trustworthy sources. And that is America's News. Now, what's really cool about America's News is that it streamlines your reading feed by giving you free access to multiple sources on any topic of national, regional, or local interest. So you can see specific sources here on the right-hand side. You can see the Lake County Record B, Hispanic Life in America, San Francisco Chronicle. I want to show you something cool that you can find on Newsbank, and that is the image of the San Francisco Chronicle, which means actually like the traditional newspaper, just like it would look if you were reading it like physically, the actual newspaper. So let's look at today's paper. Here it is, and you can tap and then scroll down with your arrows or scroll up. And let's go to page 2. Okay, let's back it up. You can also find older sources on the website by searching by the date right here. So you can just take a look at the suggested topics and see if anything captures your interest, or you can go and see what's trending now. So Autism Awareness Month is trending right now, so let's take a look at that. America's News will allow you to see a preview if you just click the preview right here. But if you want to see the whole document, you can just click View Document right here. If you want a preview, you can just click right here and you can view the whole document. You can also shift the date right here. Say you only want to include from 2000 to 2020. You can apply that. You can also pick your source type. If you go down a little further, you can find audio source types. A lot of times they'll have video source types and journals and magazine source types. You can pick your reading level or language. You can search by source name. You can also cite a particular source, email it, print it, download it, or save your research. And if you click through here, you can also have it read aloud to you. It will also highlight your search term, so if you only care about that specifically, you can just scroll through and ignore everything else. And you can share a link to this that anyone can read, even if they don't have an account through the library. So this is a great source for school projects. If we back up, once again, let's take a break from all the school projects and go over to Creative Bug under online learning. Creative Bug has over 1,000 high-quality art and craft courses. Their expert instructors have been featured in Vogue, Martha Stewart Living, O Magazine, and more. You can watch classes on Creative Bug anytime, anywhere. Creative Bug releases new classes every day, which include patterns, templates, and recipes, crochet, professional illustration, book crafts, and more. So I found a couple here that I thought might appeal to teens and students. They have professional illustration so that you can make a few bucks off of your art hobby, or eco-friendly gift wrap ideas that won't break the bank. But there's all kinds of classes along here that might appeal to you in a different way. You can learn how to crochet, how to preserve flowers. That was a nice little creative break. So let's get back to the classroom learning. And we have here Coursera. I've never actually been able to get into this program through the California State Library, but it doesn't matter. You can still access the courses for free. You can learn in-demand job-ready skills with Coursera. You can find classes on academic writing, programming, learning a language, history, graphic design, and more. So let's take a look at graphic design just to see how the classes work. I've actually taken 2 classes on Coursera just for personal enrichment, but you can also pay to get credit for these courses, and they're put out by top universities. Let's take a look at this graphic design course. So here that tells you what kind of work you're going to be doing. Several of these assignments are reading assignments. And they also have video assignments. So that's Coursera, and let's talk about another cool resource. And that is Learning Express, right over here under Job Help. Learning Express is geared toward developing academic skills, exploring careers, and preparing for college admissions tests and occupational exams. So you can find practice tests, tutorials, ebooks, articles, and flashcards to help you prepare for the SAT, the ACT, the ASVAB, and more. And you can just pick your direction from this main page here. And from this main page, you can just pick your direction. Say you want to look into career preparation, and you're looking at becoming a nurse, so you want to prepare for the nursing exams. They have lots of options for you. Okay, backing up again, we're going to check out Northstar Digital Literacy. Some of the stuff you guys will already know, but I'm using it to learn Excel, for example. Northstar also includes assessments of your skill to see what you might actually need help with. Like when I was showing them what I knew about Excel, they would use terminology and ask me to identify what the terminology is, what it's referring to on the screen. And if I didn't know, then they would know, okay, that's something we need to teach her. So it's really useful. As you can see, they have Windows 10, Google Docs, PowerPoint, Excel, information literacy, and all kinds of stuff supporting K-12 distance learning. So if you're homeschooling, this could be useful. And then we're going to back it up once again here. And this time we're going to head over to Britannica School. There's Britannica School and then Escolar, which is the Spanish version of Britannica School. So we're just going to go over to Britannica School. We're going to check out the high school version. Britannica School and Britannica eScholar are educational sites for students to use for homework help, projects, or learning at home or at the library. And there are 3 levels, elementary, middle, and high school. And in the Spanish version, there are 2 levels. Each article has an option to read aloud. So let's look at the articles so I can show you what I'm talking about. You can also favorite, send via email, Google Classroom, or Google Drive, print, cite, translate, or change the font size up and down. Britannica School for High School also has links to the New York Times down at the bottom. Right here under News of the Day, you can check out articles that are new or have just been revised. Primary sources, there's a world atlas, all kinds of great stuff for doing research for school or just for curiosity's sake. So that's really useful. And now we're going to back up and check out another great resource for school research. And that is Proquest, which is an extremely powerful database with multiple resources here. So I'm going to go over all of them except for Sears Discoverer because I discussed this one in the video for children and it is more through grade 3 up through middle school. It's technically for 9th grade as well, but most of you guys are probably going to be 9th or up. And these other resources are more for your age group. Using Proquest, you can find scholarly research, video reports on a topic, summaries of the work, downloadable ebooks, or a place to read those books online instead if you don't want to download them, bilingual works, newspapers, and more. It includes text-to-speech and endless sources on topics of interest to students researching to write papers. So first of all, let's start off with CultureGrams. This is for grades 3 through 12, and it contains concise and reliable cultural information on countries around the world. There's the kids edition for younger kids, and then there's the Canadian edition, the States edition, and then the World edition. So let's take a look. You can interact with this map and click kind of where you want to go, or you can look down here for the continent. Let's go to Asia and check out Russia. So there's actually recipes on here if you want to try some Russian food. There are interviews with Russians. There's a page about famous people from Russia. There's a photo gallery and a video gallery. You can learn how to say certain things in Russian or listen to the Russian national anthem.
Я люблю тебя.
That's I love you. And this is a really cool thing. They have average person infographics. So in Russia, the average person has a life expectancy of 71 and 1 sibling and a GDP of 28,000. They are age 31. The median age is 40. 75% of the population are city dwellers, etc. I love those infographics personally. So CultureGrams is great if you're doing a country study. Now we'll back it back up to another Proquest resource, and that is eBook Central for for grades 9+, which provides authoritative full-text ebooks in a wide range of subject areas, as well as tools that will help you find, use, and manage the information. So let's check it out. So the tips to learn how to use eBook Central are over on the right-hand side. There's search tips here that you can click down in the right-hand corner here. So this is teaching you how to research as you research. Now let's say we want to look at resources available on Gaza. So as you can see, this is a book on Gaza. So we're going to click through and see what's available to us here. You can read it online, download it, you can cite it, and there's a description here that summarizes what the book is about. You can also save your research. Librarians actually curate the research in eBook Central, so you're getting the highest quality materials for your research. All right, that's enough for eBook Central for today, but there's more, and that is the eLibrary, which is grade 6+. This is a library of general reference materials, periodicals, and digital media content with editorial guidance for new researchers. So our website says grade 6+, but a webinar on the website said it's actually appropriate for high school and undergraduate levels. You can see how it has research materials gathered to pique interest, lead researchers down the rabbit hole. It's got subjects and common assignments down here to help you choose a topic. So if we look at one of these trending topics for food waste, that'll give us an idea of what's available here. You can listen to it. You can skip to the contents you're most interested in. If you're most interested in the statistics, you can skip right to that. You can cite, print, email, and save these to the cloud. So very useful. And you can see here some of the sources. There's newspapers, web, scholarly journal, and then down here, there's some more sources, kind of helping you narrow down what you're most interested in researching here. So waste innovation versus combating waste versus what the issue looks like globally. Okay, let's go back because there's some more that Proquest has to offer here. So next I want to talk about Proquest Research Companion, which is the place to go to learn how to research. This is for grades 8+, and I've watched a couple of these. These are super helpful and informative. That was one thing that I never really learned how to do in school, and that definitely set me back, was like, how do you actually research? So this will teach you how, if you're not sure how to research. I think even a lot of adults still have trouble with this. So if you can learn how to do this as a teenager, you're way ahead of the curve, and it will help you a lot in college and just in general, keeping yourself informed. It covers search engine optimization, how to choose a topic, how to evaluate sources, how to write a thesis statement, and more. It's all about information literacy and tutorials to help you develop critical thinking. This is the place to learn how to research and evaluate information. Okay, back it up again. And this is really cool because several of the resources that I've been talking about are actually covered under the Proquest Unified Search. So let's go to that website and take a look. You can search most of the databases from this one interface, including eBook Central, eLibrary, the LA Times, Sears Discover, Sears Issue Researcher, Coronavirus Research Database, and curated publicly available online content. This is probably where I would spend the most time because it would just save time to look at things all in one place rather than trying to figure out which of these resources is the most appropriate for my project. You can just start here and start looking. So this also has research advice down here in the corner and all along the bottom. You can very easily choose what kind of sources that you're looking for. If you're looking for scholarly journals, you can just click here, or videos and audio, you can just click here. If you want it peer reviewed, you can click here. So it's just a really convenient interface. So let's say we want to search populism, but we want it only in the last 12 months. Or maybe you want a custom date range, you can do that. And it shows you what kind of source it is. Just super convenient and easy to navigate. You can also cite, send, or save your research in Proquest Unified Search. Okay, let's back it up because we have one more Proquest resource to talk about. We're going to skip over Discoverer because I talked about that one, like I said in the earlier video, and skip over to Sears Researcher, which is very similar. However, it's more ideal for older students. And one of the main differences between Sears Issue Researcher and Sears Discoverer is the topics are going to be for the older crowd, right? It's got controversial monuments, internet gambling, human trafficking, things that you probably won't be seeing in Discover. This is a great place to try and find a topic that interests you, and it will provide you with excellent research materials. It'll help you narrow down what you want to research, and it'll show you pros and cons and provide different sources that have those different opinions, which is really helpful. So it has a summary up here. You can also listen to it, read it to you. And then down here, it has viewpoint 1 and viewpoint 2, so that you can see where people disagree about it and different places that have been talking about this recently in the news. You can also find more sources, or you can head down to the bottom, and if this isn't quite what you're looking for, you can find related issues and see if you can narrow it down even more to what you're looking for. There's also a timeline, there's critical questions to help guide your research, and they even have a PDF to help you critically think through these issues. You can save it to the cloud, cite it, print it, or email it. Okay, that's it for Proquest, but we have a couple more resources to talk about on the website. Let's head over now to HelpNow from Brainfuse, which has live tutoring for homework help, skills building, and test preparation. So you can get free online homework help, play games, take practice tests, and learn. And for immediate help, you can connect with a live tutor from any device with an internet connection, or use the writing lab for thorough feedback. From college application essays to the SAT, school reports, and even creative writing, you can get free feedback on any type of writing. You can create flashcards, share them, discover college majors that fit your skills and interests, or meet your friends in a virtual and private online study room. There are so many cool features. There's even a language learning lab if you're learning a language. So definitely check this out if you're a student. There's so many resources here. It's crazy. And our last resource for today is going to be Mango Languages, and this is specifically for language learners. Have you ever wanted to learn another language to speak with family or friends who don't speak your native language? Or maybe you just want to engage more deeply in a favorite hobby, like watching anime or watching your favorite international YouTuber or TikToker. Learning a language can also be a huge boost to your resume, and it can help you travel more confidently. So Mango Languages is a language learning service that's available on the web and as an app for Android and iPhone, free with your library card. It has over 70 world languages. Let's take a look at some of the languages that are available. I've got Spanish, Russian, and Korean up here, but there's French, Japanese, Italian, German, Chinese, Portuguese, Arabic. It also includes real-world conversations, placement tests, voice comparison with native speaker audio, listening and reading activities, a personalized review system, and culture notes. That is it for this website tour. I hope you guys enjoyed it and that you found a great new resource to help you with your schoolwork or your leisure activities. And I hope you'll let us know down below if you found anything helpful or if you have any questions, because we really love to hear from you. Take care until next time.